Hello and welcome to the channel. So I finally hooked up a microphone and today we are going to be showing you a new deck. I kind of wanted to keep it secret for a bit, but the deck is just way too awesome and I have some good replays to show you guys. So please subscribe. I have a lot of more decks that I made recently, I just haven't been motivated to upload them. So if you guys subscribe and like the video and show some comments, maybe I'll upload another deck later on today. So this deck is an Elf Leyline of Abundance Descendants Path deck. And I'll show you in a second if we can get this to start. So look, with Descendants Path, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card that shares a creature type with a creature you control, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast it, put it on the bottom of your library. So basically, every turn at the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal the top card of your deck, and if it has the same creature type, you may cast it free. So what we're trying to do here is, well, first off, we have a bunch of amazing elves, which you'll see as we play the game, but we also have some Elfdrazi, and we're going to try and cast Elfdrazi for free. And we're going to be using Mutavault, which is a changeling, to help us do that as well, along with some other cards that help the combo. And if that's not cool enough, we have some other infinite combos, and we also have Aggro Ramp, whatever. So here we go. I'm gonna let it play fast because we have 5 games that I want to show you. So Keenan buffs all my elves. For those of you who don't know what Jorag is, level 1 adds 2 mana. So with Keenan, it'll add 3 mana each. So we'll play Keenan. The elf will now add 2 mana. We'll use the 2 mana to upgrade our Joraga Tree Speaker. Now Joraga Tree Speaker will add 3 mana. We'll use 2 to upgrade the other Joraga Tree Speaker, which will then add 4 mana, and we'll play Descendants Path and we'll call it a day. Opponent plays Hideaway Land instead, which are really good. I'm wondering what he's up to. My turn. Descendants Path didn't hit anything. But we'll play turn Timber Ranger. So whenever turn Timber Ranger or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, I can create a 2/2 wolf creature. So what happens is, if we use a card like Arcane Adaptation or Maskwood Nexus, all our creatures are allies, so it will create an infinite loop. Sorry, this is a lot of stuff. I should have maybe slowed down the video. So I play a Leyline. All my creatures add extra mana now. So I'm going to upgrade him 5 times, so all these guys now add extra mana as well. Now because we have a Leyline and because we have a Keenan, these guys will actually add 4 mana each. And with this 8 mana, you can use it on the Leyline to pump all your creatures. Sorry if I'm stuttering a bit, this is the first time I'm on microphone, so give me a break, guys. So, hopefully he doesn't notice the Leyline, or that I can add 8 mana, and I'm going to block and tap and pump. cast Seal Away, and he takes away one of my combo pieces, and saves one of his creatures. So I got 2 Descendants Path here. Let's see if we're going to hit anything good. Nothing. Scuttling Sliver. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Now, if we're lucky, we can fetch an Elfdrazi here. And we just get an elf, but at least it gets 3 extra characters. Now we can use Kina and try and get the Elfdrazi, because we have so much mana, but we missed it. But at least we got one of our combo pieces. So now if we draw Maskwood Nexus, well, opponent just scoops. So, sorry if that was pretty fast. There's so many interactions, it's hard to keep track of. Now that you guys know a little bit about the deck, maybe you can follow game 2 a little bit easier. And maybe I can stop having to narrate so much and just let you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys can hear me over all the sound effects. I should have probably turned them down, to be honest. But it's too late now, so we're going to hop into it. We're going to keep a Leyline of Abundance. We're going to play it at the beginning of our game. Turn 1, we're going to be playing a land, Bar Channel Pathway, and a Joraga Tree Speaker. So for turn 2, we already know what we're going to do. We're going to be paying 2 mana to make this at 3 mana by upgrading it. Now that it adds 3 mana, we'll play another 1 for 1 mana, and we'll use the 2 excess mana to upgrade that one as well. So now for turn 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Not a bad turn 3. We can cast Turn Timber Symbiosis. I'm going to pause here for 1 second. So we can cast Turn Timber Symbiosis and try and fetch a Ulamog or an Emrakul. But we also have Maskwood Nexus, Arcane Adaptation. So if we had 10 mana right now, we would be able to cast Arcane Adaptation, name ally, play Turn Timber Symbiosis, and if we manage to pull that Turn Timber Ranger, we'd get infinite Wolf Token allies. But we have only 9 mana, so we're missing 1, so we're just going to try and get a Elfdrazi. So wish me luck. And let's see what we get here. Joraga Tree Speaker. At least it's a 4/4 and it can block to give me an extra turn. My deck is kind of a combo deck, so I'm just trying to postpone a bit. Those hideaway lands are scary. If you don't know, he exiles a card from his hand, and if he attacks with 3 creatures, he may cast it for free. So we have enough to play Maskwood Nexus, and we're playing Turn Timber Symbiosis. If we get Turn Timber Ranger, it's funny they both have Turn Timber names. We have the combo Infinite Wolves, and we don't get it, but we do get a Ulamog, and we're not able to, it wasn't cast, we're not able to exile anything, and opponent cast 2 hideaway cards. Again, I'm sorry if we're going through this fast, but like I said, I'm sure you guys want to see a bunch of awesome gameplay, and you don't want it to take an hour. So we're jumping right into game 3. Game 3, we're going to keep. We play a Leyline of Abundance, and we're going to play a land, Bar Channel Pathway, and now we're going to play a Joraga Tree Speaker. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains, and then plays a Soul's Attendant. My turn. I shall upgrade my Joraga, and I shall tap for 3 mana, and then play a Descendants Path. Opponent will exile, so I will not be able to trigger my Descendants Path. I also misplayed. I should have played. If I were to have played Mutavault first. I'll slow it down a second, guys. Listen to this. Okay, so Descendants Path turn 2. Okay. but also if you play a Mutavault turn 2 as well. Turn 3 during your upkeep, you may turn Mutavault into a Changeling for 1 mana. So even if he killed my elf, I still had 2 lands. In fact, you can tap it and then turn itself into, so you only need itself. You don't even need a second one. And once it's a Changeling, I will be able to cast anything. Cast. Keyword cast. You may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card that shares a creature type, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So you can cast Ulamog for free. Get the on-cast trigger, exile anything. If you were to get an Emrakul to Aeon's Torn, you would get the cast trigger, you would take an extra turn as well. So that is pretty amazing. In fact, people will just scoop because you get the extra turn and then you get your Annihilator when you attack. So it's GG. So anyways, I didn't play the Mutavault, but it's okay because we revealed an island anyways. And we'll just play a second Descendants Path. And now even though we have 0 creatures, our Mutavault can allow us to cast 2 creatures off the top of our library at upkeep. So we got 2 chances now to get a Ulamog or an Emrakul. But we'll be just as happy to play some Pros. Remember, we can just survive. We're gonna get our combos eventually. We have the combo in hand. So we'll turn it into a Mutavault, into a Changeling. We'll get an Elf. So one thing I noticed only today, because as I said, I had made this deck a year ago and I just added some upgrades. The upgrades I added were Maskwood Nexus, because it turns all my deck into Elfdrazi, which will make this cast any creature. All my deck is Changeling, so I can cast Elfdrazi, I can cast allies. So it synergies both the Descendants Path, but it also synergies the Turn Timber Ranger for the infinite combo. I have a feeling that guys are going to be making fun of my voice, but like I said, it's my first video, so give me a break. So much information, and it plays, when you press play, it plays just a little bit too fast. So what I wanted to say was I only found out today that when you turn Mutavault into a creature, it'll add 2 mana because of Leyline, which is awesome. So basically, you won't lose that 1 mana at upkeep because it'll remain a creature all throughout the turn, and you can tap it for 2 mana and get your mana back. If you had 2 Leylines, or 3, or 4, or some Leylines in the key, then Mutavault would essentially add excess mana. So enough talking, I explained my deck. Now you guys can just watch and see what it does. Well, I go grab maybe some. And so we got the Ulamog tree off of the top of the library. Can you guys believe it? We did it. If you want to know, at this point we don't even have Emrakuls, but they belong in deck is what I realized. After seeing I can do turn 3, turn Timber Symbiosis, turn 3 Descendants Path, turn 3 activate Keenan. I have at least 12 ways to do Emrakul turn 3. We have a free Duraga. My deck is just so overpowered that these little dorks don't really matter. We're gonna play Turn Timber Ranger and get our infinite combo for the finale. My opponent gains some life every time I can make a creature, but his life is not gonna hold up long against my 1,000 creatures. So, pretty sure he knows this is the end. And that's that. So I played another game with the deck. And let's see what happens. Not the best keep, but I mean, we have the Wolf Skull Shaman, if you guys don't know what that is. As if my deck didn't have enough good synergies. So every upkeep I get to make a 2-2, because my entire deck is elves. Or Elfdrazi, but once I play the Maskwood, they're all elves. But he killed it. Opponent was off to a good start here. See, I would have made it 3-L. We can get Descendants Path to trigger and get us something good. I have a feeling he's going to be bringing them back because it turns into a 5/5 flying when you return it from grave. So had we played the Maskwood Nexus instead of the Wolf Skull, we could have created a changing at upkeep, and then our Descendants Pathway triggered, and then we would have cast it free. And I only realized that I should have played Maskwood after I casted the Elf. I think opponent might get me here. And that's game. Opponent wins. So hopefully we get a ley line. No, but we got a ranger and a couple dorks. We'll give it a try. We can play Turn Timber next turn. Unless he blocks. Come on, we need some wolves. Come on, Wolfie. Nice. Play Jaraga and we'll upgrade it. So that'll add 2 mana next turn, and we can play our turn 2 Rangers. But we drew Maskwood, so we'll play this first, because it'll give us infinite wolves if we play Turn Timber afterwards. So next turn we have the win. As long as we can keep her 5 mana to play Turn Timber, and we do. GG.